interesting clash between two schools that are, I guess you could call them rivals. They've kind of picked up that in the last couple of years or so. 2 years ago, Carolina Forest knocked off Myrtle Beach. Last year, it was the Seahawks who got the better end of the Panthers, despite the fact they had to forfeit the game later after the season. But on the field, they took care of business. Tonight, these two switched off, headed down to Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium. As the Panthers came in after losing to North Myrtle Beach, the Seahawks took care of business against Socastee. How would this one play out? With that, we head to the action. There is your reigning HTC game ball winner for week 3, Brandon Sinclair, and he picked up and left off where he was last week with a touchdown here to put Myrtle Beach up 7-0. The Forest driving. Matt Beal up to the air, and it's picked off. Tim Burgess, the senior, with some wheels, comes down with it, takes it down to the Forest 8-yard line. And just like that, he's got his team in business. A few plays later, Sinclair again, the left side. He'll follow his blockers and walk in for his second touch of the first quarter. Myrtle Beach up 13-0 late first. After a penalty, the Panthers with one play here before the beginning of the second quarter, looking to strike. Matt Beal eyeing the field and hits Damon McDowell over the middle, the junior to the crib. 6 on the board for CF, and the Panthers down 13-7 after the first. After a turnover by the Seahawks, it's Diverse Simmons right up the gut and in the rain. He's going to score to put the Panthers up 14-13. And as we take you to the scoreboard, Carolina Forest, with the upset, goes into Doug Shaw Memorial Stadium and knocks off the 4th-ranked Seahawks 24-20 to improve to 3-2 on the season. The loss drops the Seahawks to 2-2. This was a huge win for Mark Morris, one he could definitely hang his hat on as he looks to continue the building process at Carolina Forest. Next week, the Forest on the road as they head up to Lexington. That will be yet another big test for the Panthers. As for Myrtle Beach, it's time for the bell. That's right, the victory bell coming up next week. So they have yet another big rivalry as they head to Conway to take on the Tigers. That, of course, a week from tonight. That should be yet another doozy between the Seahawks and the Conway Tigers as Myrtle Beach will look to bounce back. They'll have to do so on the road at the backyard against a team that is playing pretty good football despite the setback last week to Hartsville.